$100 monthly checks plus a one-time $600 check specifically focused on the low income. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in this video, so let's get right into it. Alright, there's some promising information floating around out there right now in regards to ongoing monthly checks plus a one-time $600 check specifically focused on the low income and those fixed income beneficiaries that we talk about here on the channel so often in so many of the other videos. So I do have all the details for you right here in the video, and I want to talk through the specifics on this because this may be looking pretty good and it is pretty promising, especially with everything going on right here, right now. Now, I do want to throw this out there as well. If you are somebody who is low income or fixed income, I know, I completely understand as I see the comments down below. Of course, I don't know everybody's exact situation, but I do understand this much. The struggle is very real right now. I continue to read about it in the comment section literally every single day. Money is very, very tight right now. In fact, if you've been watching the videos for any length of time now, you've seen me coming back almost every single day for the last 6 months or something now, coming back with all these new reports that are hitting the wire on a daily basis, talking about how a large percentage of the population in the United States right now is living paycheck to paycheck. Money is very tight. Prices continue to rise on literally everything. It's the same old song and dance, right? The same thing that we've been hearing about for so long now. The point is, as we continue to move forward, the struggle just gets harder and harder for so many people financially as money is really tight and prices are rising at a clip of anywhere between 10, 20, 25, 50% in some instances and even more in other instances. For example, gas is up over like 60 to 70% just in the last year and a half or so. So I mean, seriously, that is one example where, I mean, it's very expensive, right? Everything is getting very, very expensive. However, if we're looking for a silver lining in any of this, all of these programs out there right now to send out ongoing monthly checks or a one-time check are specifically focused on the low income and fixed income. So I guess with everything going on right now, if we're looking for a silver lining, I guess this could be it. All of these programs are specifically focused on the low income and fixed income and not broad payments that would go out to everybody, just like what we saw over the last couple years here since early 2020 with those other stimulus checks that were sent out. So I guess that's one little silver lining with all of this going on. So anyway, let's get into it and talk about all the details. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. I am your one and only daily advocate, and I'll continue to be right here by your side every single day, as that is my commitment and dedication to you and this community to do all the research and to break it all down into these short videos so that anytime programs like what we're talking about in this video right here continue to pop up, we can be there right away, grabbing what we have coming due, and in regards to money, benefits, checks, stimulus, programs, or anything else that may be coming up right now, I want to make sure that you're getting as much as you possibly can. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get right into this update. All right, so these are some encouraging programs that are out there right now, and of course, we'll need to see what actually happens here going forward, but these are specifically focused on the low income, and with everything that has been introduced lately, these are by far the most promising programs that are out there on the table right now. So let me quickly talk you through the details about this, and we'll actually see what actually happens going forward here. Now, I'm going to say this much, over the last, 2.5 months now, we've seen close to 10 different packages being introduced to send out either a one-time check, monthly ongoing checks, a voucher program, some kind of payments for the low income. Now, they could be monthly checks, they could be quarterly checks, they could be a one-time check, it could be a voucher program, all kinds of different things have been introduced. However, across all of those 10 different proposals that have been sent out here over the last 2.5 months or so, there's a couple of them. There are 2 of them that stand out. These are by far the most promising that are out there right here, right now. So I do want to talk you through the details about this. And in some instances, they actually owe us some back pay. I mean, they owe us a few months of back pay already. So let me talk you through the details on this. Number 1, let me tell you about this one because this is the one where realistically, they should be sending out back pay on this one for a few months already. This one is the Gas Tax Rebate Act of 2022, as introduced by that small handful of Democratic representatives. And this one essentially says a $100 ongoing monthly check per person in your household plus an additional $100 per dependent, provided gas prices are over $4 per gallon. Now, this was actually introduced back in early March. But here's the problem. Back then, we were not even over $4 as a national average per gallon yet. But guess what? Right now, we are rapidly marching our way to $5 per gallon. We are solidly over $4 per gallon of gas on a national average right here, right now. So when it comes down to this one, since about late March, early April, we've been in the case where we've been over $4 average per gallon of gas. Therefore, they owe us about 3 months of back pay on this one already. So this one, again, is specifically focused on the low income. For those individuals with an income of $75,000 and married couples $150,000, that's where these checks would be going out on an ongoing monthly basis, provided gas prices are over $4 per gallon. And by the way, we're a long ways from that. We are way, way above $4 a gallon. We're not going to see $4 or less for probably a very long time now, unless something very, very dramatic happens. And based on everything that I'm seeing out there right now, it would seem that they have no intentions of doing anything dramatic to actually lower gas prices. Just based on what I'm seeing out there. Again, I'm not taking political sides. I'm just simply saying, based on everything that I'm seeing, they are not doing anything anytime soon to help out with all of these rapidly rising gas prices. So anyway, that is one program out there that would be sending out these ongoing monthly checks, $100 per month going forward, $200 if you're a married couple, and an extra $100 if you do have dependents. So anyway, I want to throw that one out there. And again, that one is the Gas Tax Rebate Act of 2022, as introduced by a small handful of Democratic representatives. So that one is actually very promising. Now, let's quickly talk about the one-time $600 check that was also recently introduced just about a week and a half or so ago. So this one was actually pretty good too as well. And I would say this one is equally as promising, possibly even more promising than that other one, just because the details on this one are even more highly focused on the low income. And I like the details about this one, even though it is a one-time check. So I guess, you kind of got to pick here. What's better, a one-time check, or would it be better to get ongoing monthly payments? Realistically, when we look at the current situation right now, I think dollar for dollar, we'd be way ahead if we get the smaller monthly checks, because here's the thing. They already owe us about 3 months of back pay, and realistically, it's going to be 3 more months at least before they can get these gas prices back down below $4 a gallon, if they ever go back down there anytime soon. But according to what we're reading right now, that's not going to be the case, right? That is not going to be the case. According to what the experts are saying, they're actually anticipating $6 per gallon of gas by the end of this summer. So August time, that's what they're anticipating. So we're in for a little bit of a ride. Let's hope not. Anyway, let's quickly talk about this one. Now, this one was introduced just a short time ago by Senator Jack Reed, who is a Democratic senator out of the state of Rhode Island. Now, again, this one is called the Food and Fuel Family Savings Act of 2022. So this one is kind of interesting as well, because this one sends out a $600 one-time check per individual and $1,200 as a married couple. I did not see anything about dependents in this one. So if you have dependents, again, I didn't see anything. So, maybe that'll change. I'm not sure, but this is what it's at right now. $600 per individual, $1,200 for a married couple. And again, it's called the Food and Fuel Family Savings Act. But the fact is, maybe they want us to spend it on food and fuel, but at the end of the day, isn't that probably what we're going to do with a lot of our stimulus check anyway? In the event we get a one-time check or an ongoing monthly payment of $100, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to spend it on food and fuel anyway. So is it really like the worst thing in the world? I totally agree. We probably want to be able to spend it on other things as well. But the deal is, if we have $600 at our disposal per person, or if a married couple, $1,200, and you can take that money and go buy food and fuel with it as a result of this right here that we're talking about, and then maybe take $600 or $1,200 of your other maybe monthly income from your monthly checks or whatever it happens to be, and spend that on whatever you want, then at the end of the day, it's, it's still money that you can still spend at wherever you want or do whatever you want with it. So that's kind of the point is, even if they make us spend it on food and fuel, that just means it frees up $600 or $1,200 of other money that we could take from our other sources and, our fixed income benefits or income, whatever it happens to be, and spend it on whatever we see fit for our situation, our lifestyles, and, whatever we need at the time. But anyway, this one is also very promising as well. So out of of all the different proposals, all the different packages and pieces of legislation that have been put out there, these are by far, in my opinion, based on everything that I'm seeing, the most promising ones that are out there. Again, the Gas Tax Rebate Act of 2022, the $100 ongoing monthly checks, and then this one, which is the Food and Fuel Family Savings Act of 2022. And again, this would be a one-time $600 check, and it'd be going out to, millions and millions of people. But here's the difference on this one as well. When it comes down to income, this one actually is a little bit more tight as far as the groups of people that it would include. This one would be including those people with an annual income under $40,000 or a married couple with an annual income under $80,000. Whereas in contrast, the other program for the monthly checks, that one would be sending out checks on an ongoing basis for individuals with an income of $75,000 and married couples of $150,000. So you can see the $600 check is way more highly focused. So I do like a highly focused check because here's what's going to happen. If they do send out a highly focused check for the low income, they're going to send it out to whatever it happens to be. 20 million, 30 million, 50 million people, whatever it happens to be, and they're going to quickly find that the inflationary impacts are probably going to be very, very minimal, which again is going to be appetizing for them, as in Congress, the administration, because they're going to look at it and think, hey, we sent out a check, it didn't really have a whole lot of inflationary impacts, maybe we should do it again. It was a nice little test run, didn't do a whole lot to inflation. Why don't we do it again? It didn't do anything other than help out the people that needed the money, so sounds like a good plan. Let's keep doing it, right? So, and again, we always want to encourage Congress to continue doing things like this because ultimately, especially when they're highly focused, it helps out a lot of people in a pretty big way. Anyway, these are the two proposals. These are the two pieces of legislation that are out there now. Out of all of them that have hit the table here over the last 2.5 months or so, there may be 8, 9, 10 different proposals. These are by far the two most promising proposals that are out there. And, at any given point, any of these could be coming through. And hopefully they'll actually do something here. Either way, I'll continue to keep you posted on these as I do get more details. But these ones are what I wanted to bring to your attention because they do look the best and they do look the most promising, specifically focused on the low income. So as I get more information, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it all down, helping you out in any way that I possibly can. So if you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. Share this video with your friends, family, social media. And as always, go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. There's a lot of good information out there, and I'm watching everything very closely every single day, which I bring back and boil down into these short videos. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Subscribe down below. Until next time, enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again later.